guys, it's time to talk about a Dragon Ball game breaking records out here, making strides for anime games worldwide. We're talking about Dragon Ball games topping 1.4 million in sales. No, we're not talking about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, that piece of trash. It's not doing anything. That game is dead. We're talking about Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 in its first week, topping 1.4 million in sales. 1.4 million in the first week. Now, I had to talk about this because we got a lot of propaganda going around for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. You know, even though Bandai Namco and its marketing budget has been overblown for Sparking Zero, you know what? They had to try to put it on a WWE show. They've given this game every opportunity to succeed because it needs those crutches. And you know, it got me to thinking, did Xenoverse 2 have all that? Did it get WWE commercials and sponsored matches? Did it get commercials and movie commercials like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero? Did it get the commercial package? Did it get the Toonami commercial package? Did it get all these bells and whistles and crutches to promote its greatness? No, it didn't need all that. It should be getting that. It's the top selling Bandai Namco game, and it didn't get any of that, and it continues to be the top seller for Bandai Namco. And in its first week, with no commercials, no WWE sponsored matches, it gets 1.4 million in sales. To put that in perspective, Xenoverse 1 was so good. In its first week, it got 500,000. And it took a full month for it to get 1.3 million. But Xenoverse 2 came in and literally tripled down and got 1.5 million. I know I said 1.4, but 1.5 million was the accurate number for how many sales it got in its first week. Its first week. That doesn't even say anything about the entire month. And people are over here glazing Sparking Zero when it's using all these crutches, these nostalgic Toonami commercials, these movie style DLC character. Oh, no. Base roster, because they couldn't bear to wait for these characters to be DLC when they could have gotten more characters around them in the game, right? They had to prematurely put those characters in the game where they look terrible, their character models are just regrettable, their move sets are lacking. You know, they had to rush and put them in the game, right? And they used every trick in the book, and Sparking Zero is still failing to live up to Xenoverse 2. Let's read the article by Gamatsu. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Initial shipment top 1.4 million. Newly launched sequel outpaces its predecessor. Initial worldwide shipment Dragon Ball Xenoverse have exceeded 1.4 million units. Bandai Namco announced Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 launched for PS4 in Japan today, and for PS4 and Xbox One and internationally last week. Its predecessor, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, while launched across PS4, Xbox One, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360, took nearly a month to reach 1.5 million shipped. Today, it has topped 4 million. Guys, don't let the Sparking Zero hype. See, Xenoverse 2 didn't have the hype. It didn't need the hype. It sold off a substance. Now, I would argue that because it has succeeded off a substance alone, that it should be getting the Sparking Zero crutches. It should be getting the WWE sponsored matches. It should be getting the nostalgic Toonami commercials. It should be getting commercials. It didn't get any of that. How disrespectful to the loyal Xenoverse 2 fan base that carried Dragon Ball games and continues to carry Dragon Ball games. But we want to go with the Sparking Zero propaganda the lies that Sparking Zero is somehow comparing to Xenoverse 2? Is that what I'm hearing? And let's be honest, guys. Sparking Zero is nothing compared to Xenoverse 2. Xenoverse 2 continues to dominate and be the bar and the standard bearer of Dragon Ball. No, anime games in general. Xenoverse 2 is the standard bearer. It is that bar, that ruler by which all anime games are to be measured. While Sparking Zero, they have to propagandize you, use commercials, use these little Toonami nostalgic commercials to try to push it. They got to use every trick in the book to get you to buy that piece of crap. That's all it is. It's a piece of crap. It's a piece of trash drag. It feels like blasphemy to call that game a Dragon Ball game. It's used every trick in the book and it fails to compare. Sparking Zero is over. It's already over. Its time is already waning. And Xenoverse 2, it's in the cut. It's got the Belmod DLC coming. It's got the Ultra Super Villain Jiren DLC coming. And mind you, everything hadn't been revealed in that DLC pack, so there's more coming. Sparking Zero had to restrict content to Xenoverse 2 just so they could bait you with this pathetic little game. But we'll get more into that in a future video. I've got some interesting news regarding that subject. Sparking Zero, I would say soak it up while you can. But I mean, what are you soaking up but mediocrity? The mediocrity of living in Xenoverse 2's shadow. 1.4 million in the first week. I do not think you are going to meet that. I don't think you're going to be anywhere near that. I think they might try to eke out maybe 700,000 in the first week. Maybe just off the good name of Dragon Ball alone. Let's give it that 700,000 first week. Realistically 500,000 in the first week. I mean, they are having to brag about beating the bad Call of Duty, the burnt out audience, with the people who don't want to buy that game. They're having to use that as bragging rights. I mean, how desperate do you have to be? I mean, Xenoverse 2 was competing with and beating the good Call of Duty. But, I digress. Sparking Zero, 1.5. That's what you have to do. We both know you won't. We both know the community for Sparking Zero is just rejected from the Xenoverse 2 community. The community that's like Skeetos that couldn't Key Blast cancel. The community that couldn't handle real fighting game mechanics, so they had to run to the little movie game, press a button, play a movie. Not press a button, do a combo that goes into a movie. Oh god, that game is pathetic. It's boring to even watch. But we will watch something more entertaining. It's pathetic numbers. You might beat the game, and you most certainly will beat this pathetic piece of trash game called Sparking Zero. But nobody beats the end game of all games, perfection and natural selection. Hit that subscribe button.